Timothy Anete, and I want to share an insightful video with you on how to target Nigerians outside the country, that is Nigerians in diaspora. How to target Nigerians in diaspora. Most importantly, if your products are what you know or you think Nigerians in diaspora are very much in need of. For instance, the real estate people. You know, it's been a thing of concern of late. A lot of a lot of real estate business persons have contacted me, and just some days back, I made a comment on a particular post on Facebook, and a lot of people jumped at it and came to my inbox to ask further on how they can carry out the suggestions I gave, like how they can target international audience, how they can target people in Canada, how they can target people in US, how they can target Nigerians in US, Nigerians in Canada, Nigerians in different parts of the world, Australia, Turkey, or just name them. So Nigerians in different countries. And I even had a Ghanaian who came in as well asking if it's possible as well to target Ghanaians in other countries aside Ghana. All right, so that is exactly what I'm going to do for you in this particular video. But the most interesting part here is that as a real estate person, you have a clause. There is a particular restriction for advertising real estate products in a country like US. All right. So if you are advertising real estate products for such a country, there is something called special art category. All right. So, but basically, let's go ahead with what I'm about to show you. I'm going to explain how you can intentionally escape the special art category when you get to that stage in your ad for real estate persons. Yeah, but for other industries, other products, or other services, for example, if you offer services and you are targeting Nigerians for your service in other countries, you are targeting Nigerians for your products in other countries, that is Nigerians in diaspora. For example, if you are a Nigerian in agro industry, who maybe you can export processed foodstuff, you know, Nigerians in Canada, Nigerians in US, Nigerians in UK, Nigerians in Australia, Turkey, and other countries have at some point missed home delicacies. Like for people from my place, we'll be missing edikaikong, we're missing soups like afang, we're missing those from the Yoruba culture, we'll be missing something, some food like begri, ewedu, amala, and all that. And there is this pala fish from the Yoruba culture. And people from Igbo would like to have a taste of egusi soup, like to have a taste of onugbu, and like to have a taste of oha and all the other delicacies, and the northerners, as well as the atuo and other delicacies. They probably have not had it for a long while. So if you are able to package these processed products and export to Nigerians in diaspora whom you know will need this product. So this video is going to be very much for you. And not just that, there are different other products, all right? There are Nigerians who want to learn a particular skill whom they know Nigerians will teach them faster based on the culture, based on the language, based on expression. All right, so you can as well export your skill to Nigerians in diaspora. All right, it doesn't have to be from Upwork. It doesn't have, you must not sell your service on Upwork. There are Nigerians in diasporas who run businesses who can also engage you for their businesses. I currently work with a particular client in UK. All right, so whom I am on a retainer is a Nigerian. Yeah, so you can as well take advantage of that too, and be on a monthly retainer with a particular Nigerian, offering the service to them right where you are in Nigeria and where they are in their country. Because you know the funniest thing, it's very expensive engaging skilled personnel in the country of their base because they pay per hour. All right, I've had a client who said they were paying for a particular service for about £3,000 in UK, whereas I charged them 1/3 of that here, and they were very glad to pay. Reason is that not that I was undercharging, not that I was underpaid, but we are in a different um, country. All right, so straight up, I'm going to go straight to how I'm going to be setting up the ad. First of all, come to where you have create. So I am assuming that you already know how to get here. So but if you are new entirely to Facebook ad, I will advise you go through my other videos on how to create your Facebook ad. Just check my video libraries. You will see how to create effective Facebook ad, how to create effective Instagram ad, how to create Facebook ad that filters the leads to your WhatsApp directly. But on this particular one, I'm going to help you on the detailed targeting, how to target Nigerians in diaspora. So I'm not going to be doing a lot on other areas of setting. I'm just going to go straight to the areas we really want to tackle in this particular video. So straight up here, I click on the create, and pardon me to use the traffic objective, because the essence of this particular ad is actually for the targeting area, the audience targeting area. So I'm just going to use the traffic objective. All right, and go straight down by clicking on continue. All right, so normally I should have renamed these to something like Nigerians diaspora. All right, so and then everything you see here should be left as it is. As a matter of fact, this video is specifically tailored for people who want to sell for who want to sell to Nigerians in diaspora. All right, I'm going to leave everything the way they are. Like I said, there is a special clause here for special ad category. I will come back to explain on this. If you are advertising a real estate product and you are making it very clear that it is real estate products, you cannot advertise it without selecting this category. But there is a particular difficulties there's a difficulty you experience when you select this particular special category. Now, we have a lot of liberties here advertising without a lot of restrictions in Nigeria because our laws permit. All right, but in US there are so many restrictions, there are so many laws that scrutinizes every ad. All right, unlike what we experience here in Nigeria. If you are advertising to US citizens, into a country like US, for example, or other European country, or just either European or American country, where you are advertising to either of them, you have a lot of restriction, because look at it here. Ads for credit card offers, auto loans, long-term financing, or other related opportunities. Ads for job offers, internships, professional certification programs, or other related opportunities. Ads for real estate listings, home ownership, homeowners insurance, mortgage loans, or other real estate opportunities. Now, normally, this is where you should have selected if you are going to select on the special ad category. But as a Nigerian advertising from Nigeria for Nigerians in diaspora, I'm going to explain to you how to avoid this particular stage, because selecting this stage already places your ad account on a very high monitoring level, that all robots on all the system monitoring robots are activated on your account. Any single mistake, your account will be flagged. And you don't want to keep experiencing that, because these days it's difficult to have a well-verified ad account banned and going on and on again to keep verifying. So there is a way to bypass these and still advertise and still get the Nigerians in diaspora leads for your real estate business. All right. But then let's go to for those with other products and services. Let me show you how to go straight down and target Nigerians in diaspora. Now, this is where we have the ad set. So normally you can change the ad set name. Okay, diaspora clients, for example. So come down here, and like I said, the objective I chose is just for this ad. I chose the traffic objective. So I'm going to want to send it to my website. So I'll leave it for as website, and I have to optimize it not for link clicks. I have to optimize it for landing page views. Now, this is something you need to understand. If you are targeting Nigerians in diaspora, you have to be very careful. They are not like, most Nigerians in Nigeria, they value time a lot. Every hour counts, because they are paid per hour for every of their work. So they are monitoring the time they spend on social media. So if you're going to be targeting them, you have to be very straightforward and make sure that you capture them almost immediately. Because if you just used if you optimize for link clicks, there is tendency that they will just click and close the tab and leave. Now, I'm optimizing this for page view, so that you are only charged when people view your landing page. This is actually one of the reasons I discourage people from using normal traffic ad and just normal link click, because there is a disadvantage, a huge disadvantage. There are people who will just click by mistake. There are people who will just click and maybe the page takes time to load and they just close it and move on, because they don't really have this time, especially as you are targeting people in diaspora. Their time is very limited. Nigerians in outside country are working, most of them are working two shifts just to meet up with their bills. So they don't really have enough time to spend on social media and engage on your ad so much. All right. So you have to be very straight and very strategic with your content and your targeting means. All right. So quickly scroll down, enter your budget here. Of course, despite the fact that you are targeting Nigerians in diaspora, you can also advertise in dollars. All right. You can choose your budget here, maybe 10,000 naira or 15,000 naira, whichever works for you, 20,000 naira, whichever your budget for. This is daily budget anyways, daily budget, yeah. All right. So I've always said this, in as much as you want to test, it doesn't make sense trying to run ad for 30 days with $100,000, 100,000 naira rather, to capture, say, 1,000 leads. But I'm using that for example, to capture 1,000 leads, rather than using 100,000 naira to run ad for 1 week and capture the same 1,000 leads and go ahead and make faster conversion. So to me, I see no reason prolonging trying to do ad 1,000 naira budget per day. I see it as a waste of effort, because if you want to, if this particular campaign starts delivering, of course, we test different keywords, we test different creative. If this particular creative start delivering and then you want to increase the budget for this, the instruction is that you cannot increase this more than 1/3 of the budget of what has been there. Otherwise, you are going to be automatically increasing your cost per result. All right. So basically, the best thing I do is that I put myself on a budget that I am going to be comfortable with, even when this ad is delivering. The most I can do is duplicate and make more adjustments and see how that can also work better. But I have to place myself in a budget that puts me on a safe angle, even when that is delivering or not. If it doesn't deliver as expected, I can always pause that and then re-strategize my campaign. Okay, so come down here, leave every other thing the way they are. So I'm just going to go straight to the audience area. First of all, location is very important. Now, remember, you are targeting people who are in a country like US, who are in a country like Canada. So you have to be very specific, not people living or in or living in or recently in this location. No, you have to be very sure that you are targeting people who are currently living in that country, not people who visited Canada and returned to Nigeria a week after, not people who visited Dubai and returned to Nigeria a week after, not people who visited the US. So you have to be careful and know that you select people living in this location. So they are currently living in that location, and then come up here and on select Nigeria. So basically here you select a country like USA. All right, United States, pardon me on that. United States, all right. So United States here. And then you enter another country here, United Kingdom. All right, so let's say you want to target Canada as well. All right, and also maybe you want to target a country like Australia. Now, let me stop there. Let me stop there for now. You know, I've targeted United States, I've targeted United Kingdom, I've targeted Canada, I've targeted Australia. All right, now let's see what we have here. We have about 327 million potential reach. Now, this is it. Okay, so you can see that we have over 327 million to 384 million people potential audience. This is not going to be funny with your budget if you are going to target this whole number. So the best thing is, in order for you to refine and actually identify which audience works better for you, always advise use one at a time. So like as it is now, have only maybe each country per target, okay? Each country in each particular ad set. All right, like this now, it has reduced to in US. So if we come here and select age range, okay, so you understand that someone just moving maybe at the age of 30 to another country will need at least 5 years minimum, or okay, let's say at least 3 to 5 years to finally stabilize himself and be able to start, wanting to invest in Nigeria. So I can actually say from 35 to 65 years. All right. So now it has reduced to 100 and something million persons. Of course, irrespective of the gender, any gender can actually invest down here, but you need to understand that in a thing like this, statistically, male invest more. All right. So coming down here, check to be sure that your budget is intact. All right, that's what I just did. Now, having selected this, you can actually come down and choose only male if you so wish, but from experience, right? From experience, um, women who left the country rarely send back funds for personal investments down here. All right, rarely, but I didn't say it doesn't happen, but rarely, they really send back funds here for investment. All right, but the male counterparts do that very often. All right, but then you can also do both. All right, now if you want to now target another country, you can come to where you have this, but let's leave that for now, and come down to where you have your all right, your placements. Under the placements here, so that you don't end up wasting your ad budgets. The ad should be streamed on where you are sure of delivery. All right, so I'm going to leave it on Facebook and Instagram, and not everywhere on the Facebook. We don't want it on the article. We don't want it on search. Now, like I told you earlier, these guys are very busy, and you don't want people that will click out of mistake. You want intentional lead. All right, you want to capture leads intentionally. So you have to come down here and look at real overlay, those short ad that just appear, roll out on leads on their on reels videos in stream. So what I just want to do is let this appear on my Instagram feed, on Instagram feeds, let this appear on the Facebook feeds. All right, I don't want it on story either. All right, so this will now be, I don't want it on story, this will now be on feeds only, both Instagram and Facebook feeds. All right, so that's a particular option that we want to expand there and want to use there. And don't also forget to activate this. Okay, don't forget to activate that. Okay, and we have estimated daily result of about the reach 1.8 to 5.1 thousand people. Then the estimated audience capacity, you can see it here. All right, so now you can choose to increase your budget in order to get more people. Now, the one thing you need to understand is that if you are targeting people in diaspora, your ad budget has to be higher, because one, you are going to be spending more. All right, cost per result will be more expensive. Like I told you earlier, there are some laws that we are enjoying here that are much, restricted out there. You have to, your ad budget is more expensive. There are some points, if you are using a dollar ad account, you can be paying as high as $2 per click, all right, or per result, or even more. Okay, so now we've only just selected a single country here, which is the US. So if you want to duplicate this and make it Canada and other countries, so you can just come to where you have these three dots here, click on it. Take note, I'm only clicking on the assets. Now this is the asset. I'm only clicking on the asset. All right, so and then I'm going to duplicate this. Duplicating that will give you the opportunity to add another country to it. All right, so if you come up here, you can see that a copy has been added. So instead of you having it a copy, you can put that as UK. All right, then come down. Also be careful to be sure that your settings have not changed. All right, so remove the US here and enter United Kingdom. All right, so you can then do same for Canada, you can do same for Australia. Now, the most important thing Okay, so the most important thing here is you have been able to choose the country. So the next thing you are going to do here is coming back to where you are, right under the detailed targeting, we are going to be able to identify these Nigerians in diaspora. You know, we've already identified the particular country that we want to know where these Nigerians are. So how do we now be able to identify these Nigerians? So you go straight to just type expats. Okay, you can see option there, lived in Nigeria, formerly expats. All right, so from the description at the right hand side, you can read what it says. People who used to live in Nigeria who now live abroad. All right, so you can see the size of the audience. Okay, so you can click that. Now for those in other countries in Africa like Ghana that asked me if Ghanaians can also be targeted in other countries. Yes, very much possible. So what we are going to be doing is just type expats Ghana. So you see lived in Ghana formerly, and you can see the description there as well. All right, that this is to say that Nigerians are more than Ghanaians. You can see Ghanaians also only has about Ghana only has about 464,000 to 546,000 capacity, whereas Nigeria had over 1 point something, 1.2 to 1.4 million. Wow, we have a lot of Nigerians in UK. All right, so that's basically that. So if we are selecting Ghana, you can select this now, but this does not only mean that you are targeting only Nigerians in diaspora. No, you can also target US in Nigeria. All right, you can also target United States. Okay, so expats US. All right, so you can see here, lived in United States, formerly expats. So people who lived in United States, but before you are targeting this, you can see that this one we are editing is actually the one we duplicated and entered the UK. So now the people you are going to be targeting are US citizens, people who formerly were living in US and are now living in UK. All right, those are the people you are going to be targeting if you use this particular option. But basically, what we wanted to show here was Nigerians. Yeah, let me remove the Ghana. Nigerians who now live in the UK. All right, so now let's check the audience size now. It has now reduced to about 77,000. So now it's necessary we can go back and increase the audience size. Maybe you can say from 30, all right, from 30 upward. Or since we have female gender, we can even have from 28. You know, most Nigerian ladies or even guys travel out immediately after their first degree in their early 20s to do their master's. Some even went immediately after their secondary school to do their degree program there, and they never returned back to Nigeria. They work there, or they can only visit and all that. All right, so now the most interesting part here is that it's not everyone it's not every Nigerian in UK that is doing well. I am actually doing this so that you get to know what you are in for. If you target this, you are going to derail from targeting Nigerians only. So because most of you have watched my other videos, which I shared how to target the rich. So that's why I had to bring this in. So here you have to be very careful. Who you are looking for are Nigerians in UK. Now, if you start using other demographic, other interests rather, if you start using other interests and behaviors, you may end up targeting people outside the audience you were looking for. So here we are going to narrow it to what we have. Now, this is a behavior, all right? So people living there are, these are the behavior. It means that their location have changed, all right? Their location has changed from what it used to be when they were in Nigeria. So they've changed a location now in UK, all right? That's why you have a thing like this. That's the behavior. They are actually giving you that data based on their behavior. All right, so that's basically that as well. And if you are here to watch, if you want to target Nigerians who have money to buy your products, and you have to go through my video library, and you will see a particular video that is titled "How to Target Nigerians Who Have Money to Buy, who have money to pay for your products and services." All right, so having done this, the next thing you are going to be having to do is just to go to the ad section where you are going to provide your ad creative and then your ad content and get it submitted as well. All right. So, but look at this. Now that this has just 93,000, so it may be too narrow. So you can actually combine different countries here. So you can actually add United States here. All right, you can add United States here, another as a country. Okay, let's see the increase of body, and you can see now it has gone to 266,000. So you can also add Canada. All right, so let's see what the result will be. It's increasing. So then we also had Australia in the previous one. So Australia, of course, there are Nigerians in Australia. You have to know the countries that Nigerians in Germany, Nigerians in which other country? No, you can't go to Benin Republic. All right, so Nigerians in Germany. All right, which other country? Nigerians in Lowland. Okay, is Lowland sharing the same city with? Is okay? They are combined here. We have Lowland in combined with Ontario and Canada as a city. We have it in Idaho, United States. We have it different combinations here. Anyway, so this is just an example. So based on the countries you wish to target, so you can actually improve on that, and you can get to meet maybe Turkey. Do Nigerians in Turkey have money to send back home for investment? Of course, they do. All right, so you don't undermine any of that. And there are so many other superb countries that Nigerians are occupying that are actually doing amazing things. Even China, even many Nigerians are in China, all right, who are doing amazing things, who can also afford to send funds home for purchases, all right, of your property. Okay, so you can always increase your budgets to get more people. I've already explained this. As long as you are targeting people in diaspora, your ad budget has to be a little bit expanded beyond what you used to have in Nigeria. If your budget for daily for Nigerian audience used to be $20, you need to know that you have to double that. All right. So normally, if you use 10,000 naira for Nigerian audience, so you have to know that you cannot use that amount. You have to increase the budget for international audience. Okay, so you're going to be doing here, we'll be going to where you have your ad. That is where you're going to be displaying your ad creative. Okay, so first and foremost, you have to choose your page. Okay, you have to choose the page you want to use for this. I can choose to use Okay, this is just a demo marketing lab HQ. That's my my company. All right, so that's just for this particular video. So you come up here now. What determines the success of this campaign is not because you've been able to target Nigerians in diaspora. No, very far from it. You have to be able to present unique offer. You have to also be able to um, write an amazing sales copy on your landing page. All right. So, but because marketing begins not from this ad, your marketing begins, your marketing communication, so to say, your marketing communication begins from your landing page. So I always say this, even in my book, Beyond Media Buying, I've always said that marketing journey begins outside of social media. If you've not read that book, I think you need a copy. Yeah, you need a copy. You really need a copy. You can get a copy from Timothy me. The link is displayed on this video, timothyaniete.me/BMB. The book is titled Beyond Media Buying. All right, it's a paperback. It's a physical copy, not an ebook. All right, so you need to understand that what makes an effective ad is beyond being able to target those people. It starts from there. All right. So being able to get quality leads. But after getting the quality lead, what are you presenting to the lead? All right. So you have to be able to be sure that you've done an amazing sales copy and your offer is superb as well in order to be able to convert your effort. All right. So your creative, what you're going to be presenting here, either image or video, has to be very captivating. All right, so it doesn't have to be long. Remember, I told you the attention span is very limited, so you have to be able to present something that automatically captures the attention almost immediately, so you don't end up losing your chance at any of the leads you've been able to come across. All right, so now after entering your creative information here, the next thing is to publish, and once you publish, your ad goes up. I'm sure you understand this particular stage. And okay, so the most important one, how do you escape the special category as a real estate um, business person? Because you want to advertise your real estate business, but you know that you have a restriction. Once it is real estate, you cannot submit the ad. It will not be approved. It will be declined. And once it's declined twice or three times, and you keep submitting, your ad account will definitely be blocked. As a matter of fact, you won't even be able to submit. And if you come here and choose these without meeting all their requirements, you are also going to be restricted from having this account running. Okay, so basically here, how do you escape from these special ad category issues? All right, so now this boils down to where you are going to direct your traffic to, what your setting is going to look like. When I'm talking about setting, I mean what your ad creative, the image or the video is going to look like, what your ad content is going to look like. Now, these are the things that will give you an escape route for this. Now, basically, you can have two different landing pages. The particular one specifically created for your diaspora clients can be created. Now, this does not have to immediately start talking about real estate. Okay. All right. So the content on the page should not directly start talking about real estate. Of course, this is why I always advise on a three-stage funnel. Yeah, I always advise on a three-stage funnel. Get a three-stage funnel set up so that your bot, the Facebook or Instagram bot, will only be able to review your first two pages. All right, definitely they will be able to review the first two pages, and where the major communication comes in for the real estate campaign, I mean, say marketing, is going to be the fourth stage of your funnel. Now, basically, what you're going to be having here is you can have a funnel where your content talks about um, investment options for Nigerians in diaspora here in Nigeria, considering the weak dollar exchange at the moment. All right. Now, one thing you need to understand here is that when it comes to check out this category, when we are talking about employment, we are going to be restricted. All right. When we are talking about social issues or politics, we are going to be restricted. Anything election, all right, except you've set your account and confirmed all the required details regarding approving an account that can run special categories kind of ad. I'm not going to delve into that right now. All right, I'm only giving you an escape route to this particular restriction. Okay, so basically, what I do is that I set up the sales page. I set up the sales page in a way that it does not directly talk about real estate, but of course, it's giving Nigerians in diaspora suggestion or kind of advice on why they should send funds and have investments in Nigeria, considering the differences in currencies. All right, imagine someone earning a minimum of say $20,000 in US monthly. All right, for example, and then converting that in Naira, you can have as much as 2 to 3 plots of land in a good location in Nigeria. All right, so one can actually budget that and have lots of such investments secured in Nigeria, but you cannot directly approach them with that. So you need to understand how to first and foremost get that particular information from them. All right, you need to know how to get their contacts first. Okay, this is where cold calling comes in, but you cannot have you could you know, a lot of real estate people will say, I just don't fancy funnel. All I want is direct ad so that I can get their contact and could call them. How do you get their contact and could call them? These people value their data. All right, nobody will release their information to you without benefit. This is why in funnel creation, there's a particular stage of activation of funnel where we talk about reciprocity understanding. All right. Okay, so you cannot avoid having your funnel in order to get these people lead. All right, so you have to offer them something to get their information. When you get their information, that is when you can now establish the call to them. So, but first, you have to get this particular contact. All right, although you can also easily run this ad to WhatsApp, and then all you are going to be getting will be message chat from, you see, for those foreign number plus this plus that plus that. Okay, so you are able to get direct chat from these people. All right, you can as well run direct ad if you do not want to go through the process of running this ad to your landing page, or running this ad or having to go through the rigorous process of creating a funnel, which is the best option anyway, the best option. So you can actually run direct to your WhatsApp. Of course, WhatsApp does a whole lot now. You can actually set up your WhatsApp campaign, all right, and then have them engaged on WhatsApp afterward. But remember, your video or graphics creative has to be very strategic and void of real estate information. Your content has to be void of real estate information. That's the only way you can be able to advertise and target people in diaspora. But if you are targeting based on a different product or a different service, you are safe. You can go ahead. I've already explained that in this video. Okay, different reasons you can target people in diaspora. All right, so that's going to be all for this particular video. If you got value in this video, I only need you to do me a favor. Like this video, comment, and also share this video to your audience. Don't forget, if you are here on my channel for the very first time, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell. I drop good videos weekly, and like this value pack premium video that I've just released for you free, you get to receive similar ones if you are new here. So just subscribe to my channel and share. That's the only thing you can do for me. I'm not going to ask you to give anything apart from that. just share this video, give me a thumbs up, and comments. That's how this video goes viral for other people to also benefit from what you've benefited. My name is Timothy, and see you in another video.